Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
You're glowing.
Natural. Natural. I got some color. I'm finally not pale.
You're not pale. You are looking tan for you.
2 weekends in a row at the beach. So that's
Look
a
at
new
you.
thing for me. I mean, this brightness is like paling me out a little bit, but yeah.
Well, I could see it. I could see it. I'm proud of you. Anyway, heart open. Welcome back, friends.
Hi, everyone.
I am gonna disappoint you all because I don't have anything in my china today. I literally have water in my Stanley, but I have a souvenir T-shirt from Myrtle
Oh,
Beach. It's
hang out.
from Yeah, it's a pretty cool restaurant that we like to go to. So I'm representing that. I was gonna take a shot out of the shot glass that we got from the hangout as my china, but I'll save that for a later day because my throat really hurts from my allergies. The last day of vacation, like literally I went to bed and I felt like I couldn't breathe. So that was
Mm.
fun. Like it's just like scratchy. Alec
It's
keeps
also
saying
from the air conditioning of the hotel room.
probably, and Alec keeps saying that it sounds like I like swallowed wood chips because I keep like constantly coughing. So I was gonna make myself a nice cup of tea, but then
Yeah.
I put on sweatpants just because I couldn't find like shorts. I'm like, oh, the AC's on anyway, and now I'm sweating my ass off, so I did not make any tea.
Well, that defeats that purpose then, doesn't it?
So what's in my china is nothing, but I have a souvenir T-shirt, which is like kind of the same.
Yeah,
Kinda.
you brought something new with
I brought
that's
something
usually
to the table.
merch. Okay. Well, that's fine. I have a variation of tea. I have in my little stainless thing.
Oh, look what it is. A
Look what it is.
bridesmaid gift.
A bridesmaid gift. That J for Jess, but it's a T for Toni-ann. Also, it
It's
is.
just a fancy tea, everyone. Sorry.
It's a John Daly. You know, it's a
Nice.
Arnold Palmer with some Tito's in it. In honor of, I don't know, Monday. I don't know. We're
Honor of Monday. In
just
honor of
because.
golf being in the Olympics.
Yeah, because I almost said tennis, and then I was like, no, wait, he's golf. That's not. We're doing
Even
great.
know.
We're doing great.
She doesn't even know. Anyway, we have a common theme for today, and that is the Olympics. But hold on, my mom's calling, and she's gonna keep calling, and it rings when she calls because she's on emergency bypass. Hold. Hello? Yeah, I'm recording the podcast. Yeah, I know. Jamie said that she didn't realize that that wasn't the toothbrush that you got her. It was the toothbrush I got her. She told me.
It's a critical
Yeah,
emergency.
because I was on the phone with Jamie while I was taking the bag apart looking for the toothbrush, and Jamie's like, "Is it pink?" She took it out at mom's today, but I thought it was the toothbrush from mom's house, so that's why. Okay, bye. Without fail, my mother always calls me while we're doing this.
Those
Anyway,
are the urgent calls that going through do not disturb calls for, clearly.
I know, but like the ones that like if I ever take emergency bypass off, you know that it would be like something dire that I would
Yeah,
miss.
of course.
So like anyway, we have a common theme here today, and it is the Olympics. But before we do that, let's get into ridiculous things.
Yes, I mean, you went away this week. You have to have something ridiculous.
Actually, I thought of something ridiculous that I didn't share last week.
Okay, that counts.
And then I can tell a ridiculous story probably from vacation as well. But I'll give like a little recap before we do yours. So 2 weeks ago when I went to Brooklyn for the feast, I went to the pizza place that we love, Carmine's. Shout out to Carmine's. So we got like the most delicious pie on Sunday, which was vodka square with pepperoni cups and Mike's hot honey. Think I said this already. Anyway.
I think so.
Okay.
Or you just told me. Either way.
That wasn't like the ridiculous thing. The ridiculous thing is that on Wednesday, I go back to the feast and me and my dad go to Carmine's, and now I'm like already thinking about this pizza from Sunday until Wednesday that I had on Sunday. So I go to Carmine's and I love that they have a spinach and artichoke dip, like slice basically. It's literally spinach dip on top of a focaccia bread. Like,
Oh, like
is
the
there any?
artichoke slice, but spinach
Is
rather
it
than
better?
artichoke.
Is it literally anything better? Well, it's a spinach and artichoke. Like,
Oh,
it's literally spin dip on top of a
right. So
pizza.
is it like the Basile slice?
I don't know. I never had that there.
Really? You've never had it?
No.
I feel like
By
when we
that
lived
point,
together, we would have had it. Okay, anyway, continue.
no. I only used to eat plain slices from there after the bar. Anyway, so I get the spinach and artichoke slice, and then I get the vodka pepperoni cup honey slice also. Because in my brain, the spinach and artichoke slice is my vegetables, the pepperoni is my protein, and then like I have all the food groups were covered,
Yeah.
right? Like perfect
Right.
meal. Anyway, so I start with the spinach and artichoke slice because I know that I want to end with the better slice, right? Like that's common knowledge. But
Yes.
then I start to feel myself getting full. So now I'm like kind of alternating. Like I'm like taking like 2 bites of this, 1 bite of that, 2 bites of this, 1 bite of that. I get to like halfway through the pepperoni slice and I have about a quarter of the other slice left. And I literally look at my dad and I'm like, I'm in a predicament right now. And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, this is the better slice. And I'm worried that if I finish this slice and then I'm still hungry, I'm gonna have to end with this slice.
Right.
But I don't want to end with this slice. I want to end with the best.
But if you eat the other one first, then you might be too full to want the
Exactly.
other one. That is a predicament.
You
Actually.
get me. You get me.
I do get you.
I
Of
explained
course
this
I get
whole
you.
I explained this whole thing to him, dead ass, face serious, and like staring at the pizza, like, tell me what to do. And he just goes, there is something seriously wrong with you. You are an idiot. I was like, thank you. Thank you so
I
much.
mean, it is that's literally the definition of a ridiculous thing, but I think me and plenty of other people can relate to exactly what you said.
Right. So
It is a
then I
predicament.
decided I literally only like I took one more bite of this spinach and artichoke, parted ways with it, and then I finished my pepperoni slice, and I was full after that. But anyway, I just can't believe that I didn't share that story. And I thought of it and I was like, oh my God, I didn't tell this. I have to. It's literally so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, vacation was fantastic. Um, um, it was we did 10 hours in the 12 hours really, with including stops both days.
Ridiculous.
The way down was not bad at all, and actually baby did great on the way home too, so like it was fine. um Kid's real smart though, because on the way home she didn't want to be in that car seat anymore, so she was like, mama poop, mama poop. And I'm
Oh.
like, this kid definitely didn't poop, I don't smell it. She keeps saying it, like, and like 10 minutes were passing and she was like, mama poop, and I'm like, did she really poop? Like, whatever. So finally we get off the turnpike and we decide, like, okay, let's just like pull into the first gas station we see. I take this kid out of the seat. She didn't poop. She just wanted to get out of the seat.
Oh.
I was like,
She
get
has to
back.
lose that.
I'm like, get back in here. Like,
She's
get
gonna
in the
make that
seat.
10-hour car ride 15 hours.
I'm like, girlfriend, no. But overall, it was great. And then we did have a blackout. So we went to the aquarium the one day, and um the aquarium is like a Ripley's like aquarium. It was very cool.
Wait, there's a blackout during the aquarium? In the aquarium?
What?
When you went to the aquarium?
No,
there's
so we go
blackout?
to the aquarium and come out of the aquarium and it's like a legit lightning thunderstorm happening. So
Oh.
like we're walking and we were like walking under, it's like a man-made boardwalk around like a man-made lake. So
Okay.
anyway, so you're walking and it's like all shops and whatever and restaurants and
Oh,
whatever.
that's nice.
So
Okay.
now we're like under like an overhang. And so I'm like, oh, let's go into, we were trying to get to a restaurant, but I was like, let's go in Paula Dean's. Like there's a country store like on the bottom, like she has all merchandise or whatever. We could walk around there. Maybe the rain will let up and then like we can make it to a restaurant for dinner. Well, we're in Paula Dean's, we do one lap and the power goes out. And like a legitimate, like these people, so lucky. The elevator doors are literally open. People get off the elevator and then all the power ran out. I was
Oh my
like,
God. Imagine that was you.
that
You would
was
have been freaking
so
out.
lucky. Well, not only that, like from where our hotel was, we were on the 26th floor, so we were able to see like out onto the main strip. And when we got back from dinner, like hours later, it was all still out because you couldn't
Oh.
see like like the Ferris wheel wasn't lit up, the rides weren't lit up, nothing was lit up. So we were like, oh my God, their power is still out. So imagine if they were really stuck in an elevator. No, thank you. Nope. No thanks.
Yeah.
So other than that, lots of ridiculous t-shirts. We saw one t-shirt that said waffles and porn at a community pool. Because we went to Jake's mom's house. We went to hang out like at her pool with the baby and everything. So that was an interesting one. And then when we were walking on the boardwalk, I saw another kid. He was maybe 16 years old, and his shirt said MILF Patrol. And I was like, that's disturbing because you're 16 years old. And like, who? No,
That's
like
crazy.
no, it was weird. Like he was walking with his family, and it was just like very like, I don't know. I think it would have been like funnier maybe if it was like somebody our age.
Or did it have
Like,
like parentheses and it meant something innocent, but it was just like a play on words?
no, it literally said MILF Patrol, like
Oh.
no parentheses, nothing. Like it literally said,
Oh,
and I read it
interesting.
and I was like, and he like young, like again, it wasn't like it was somebody like our age or like a little younger, like in their 20s. Like this kid was definitely in high school.
You probably got that right on the boardwalk, because I feel like anytime you go to a boardwalk, all those t-shirt shops, they always have like the most ridiculous t-shirts.
Maybe there's so many ridiculous t-shirts everywhere.
Yeah.
But like I was just like,
It's like their trademark.
this is weird. So anyway, that was that. But nothing like super ridiculous happened, I can't say.
Well, that's good. I mean, I guess you don't really want a vacation where something really super ridiculous happens.
Right. We did go to a restaurant. We met up with Aaron and Marissa. Shout out to them. I don't know if
Oh,
they're listening to
dang.
this. We went out to a restaurant called The Dead Dog, and it's like a saloon, but I didn't realize until I walked in to like get our name on the list. And then when we went in with Aaron and Marissa's like, oh yeah, these are like all dead dogs. And I was like, what? And if you bring your dog in a picture frame, they put the dog on the wall. And there's like the Rainbow Bridge poem on the wall and everything. I'm like, this is so
That
cute
is so
but
morbid.
morbid at the same
That
time.
is so morbid. That is ridiculous.
No, but it was like it felt like homey because all the dogs are on the wall, and it like wasn't in a creepy way. Like it sounds so creepy, but it was not.
It's creepy. Regardless if they meant it in a nice way, it's still creepy to be sitting around eating, looking at a bunch of dead dogs.
Yeah, but it wasn't like sitting on top of you while you were eating. Like it was more like just in like at the host stand.
Okay,
And they
that's
were,
like
on the
saying like
walls,
we
but
ate
it
in a
wasn't-
funeral home, but we ate in the lobby, not in the room where people like. It's still weird.
Okay, I liked it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought that you were gonna tell me that it was just like you were just thought of the black dog. It was like, oh, but no,
not even a thought.
that took a turn for sure. That had nothing to do with it. Great.
And
Oh,
one other thing, like I said, we always listen to podcasts on the way home, on the way down. So Alec did listen to us, and I woke up in the middle of our Tortured Poets like recap, and a half hour into it, Alec is like,
that's
"Why
how
am
far
I
behind
listening?"
he is.
He was like, "Why am I listening to this?" And I said, "I told you when I heard it start that you weren't going to want to listen to this one." Like I literally woke up because I heard it like starting because I fell
Yeah, but
asleep.
that's from April. He's that far behind.
Oh, he hasn't listened to us in
How
months.
dare
He's a
he.
terrible, terrible supporter.
Wow.
I
When
know.
he gets to this in 4 months from now, he'll really
I
he'll hear
know.
it from me.
Anyway,
Oh,
go
well.
ahead, Tom.
Guess he listens
What's
at
your
all.
what was your ridiculous thing of the week? How much you missed
I had it in my brain and then I lost it. It wasn't anything crazy. I just went back down the shore again this weekend. It's my second week in a row. It was Kate's birthday on Saturday. Shout out to Kate. She is an avid listener of the podcast, so shout out to her. She is one of the people that was very, very upset when we had to skip a week last week. So we know she'll appreciate that
Sorry,
she gets
Kate.
shouted out. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
So we just celebrated her and had a beach day the next day, and then I came back here. But ridiculous. I don't really have anything super ridiculous from the weekend. Today I had to go out to like run a couple errands in the morning. And by run errands, I mean like go to a routine doctor's appointment and like drop something off at the post office. And that somehow equated to me spending money. Like we joke all the time, like you leave your house and you spend money no matter your intentions. That's just like life. Like, yeah, so my just like routine stuff in the morning turned into like a Starbucks stop, like a peruse around the neighborhood, like and I'm just like, okay, I guess that's like a nice way to start more. You'll be proud of me. That was like all before 9 a.m. I was back in my seat to work at 9 a.m.
That
was
is
an
impressive,
early riser
actually.
this morning. I didn't have a choice. It was like when the doctor.
I think that
but
is the ridiculous part of the story is
yeah,
that like you're proud of yourself for getting up and being at your desk at the time that you're supposed to be at your desk.
yikes.
But you did think like the fact that you did things before, not just like,
No,
oh, I woke
yeah,
up at 8:50, made myself a cup of coffee, and now I'm sitting at my desk.
right. That's usually it.
Yeah.
Usually, I don't have a whole like morning before my workday starts, and everybody knows
Right.
that, like, I wake up and I work. And that's it. So, that was really the only ridiculous thing that happened to me this week.
That's so
Otherwise,
funny.
I've just been,
Chilling.
getting real patriotic.
Nice. Yeah, we could go into that. The Olympics have started, people,
Yeah,
and we have a lot of things to say about them.
yeah. To be ridiculous, to start with the Olympics, I wanted to say that while I was at Kate's birthday weekend, everybody was coming to me as if like I was like Miss Olympics. And I know it's just because, as Stacey likes to say, I'm very passionate about things, and the Olympics are definitely something I'm very, very
You're
passionate
so
about.
passionate about the Olympics.
So, like I get talking about one thing and then like people ask me like, oh, well, do you watch this? And I'm like, oh, of course I watch this. And then I go into like a whole thing about it. And before you know it, the whole weekend people were asking me, oh, well, when's this event? When's this event? Who's that athlete? And I'm just like giving it to them like I'm an encyclopedia. And I met Kate's dad for the first time because her birthday thing on Saturday was like at his house. And he like overhears me like Mary asked, like, oh, when's the beach volleyball game? And I'm like, oh, it's at this time. Meanwhile, anybody could have just Googled it, but I just had it like ready to go. Like I had, Google ready to go. And I just hear her dad in the background going, like, wow, she's really a nerd about all this. Like he actually said that. And this isn't meeting me for the first time. And legit, and Stacey goes, yeah, she's really passionate. So
Well, it's just like funny because like one, I don't know. I just it like the Olympics is just like fun. Like it's fun. You want to care. Like there's so many memes and it's like me at America every day of the week. Me at America during the Olympics. And I'm like, yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I'm mad at everyone every other day of the week. I'm like, what are we doing here? Why can't we get our shit together? And the Olympics are on. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's like raw America, like, and I don't know, it just combines my passion for sports with my passion for my country. Sue me.
But I also like that it's like random sports. Like
Yeah.
last night, okay, you know what was really funny? So last night we got home and I went to put on like the prime time because I had missed everything during the day, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like continue watching gymnastics, but upstairs. And for some reason, my TV was like narrating what the TV was doing.
Oh.
And I could not get it off. It was weird. Like I can hear the voices
Audio
and then like
descriptions.
yeah, and then at one point like it was like walking across a stage, taking off the jacket, and I was like, "What? Why are we doing that? And how did this start happening?" But it was only if I was watching like that live stream because then when I went up originally, I accidentally picked like live events. So at that point, table tennis was on. And it wasn't doing it on the table tennis, but it was doing it on like the prime time. So then I had to watch table tennis over, which don't twist my arm because I was very fascinated by fucking table tennis.
I watched table tennis for an hour the other night just because it was on. It was like two random Asian countries because like that's who succeeds in that sport.
So actually the American one while I was watching.
Oh, did they now? I haven't seen
she's very
American
good
match of that one. Actually.
I mean, she is Asian descent, but she's American. She beat Poland, I think it was. I think.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, it's just very fascinating. And then there was two twins that were playing badminton, and like the badminton is also insane. That birdie, I've never seen a birdie go so fast in my life. Like,
yeah, it's wild.
It's scary.
I know, it takes all our backyard games like to the next level.
It really, exactly. Like, who thought of this? Like, is tetherball, is that a sport?
I feel like the legendary like old Olympics might have had that because that's like a very basic sport. I can't back that up with facts. I might be completely making that up. I don't know.
I just thought of it because you said backyard games. But anyway, so very into it. And now, of course, because we're recording this, the Olympics have been changed to the Mets because I have an unpatriotic, not loving the Olympics husband. Doesn't care about the. I'm like, swimming's on tonight. What are you doing?
No, yeah. the Olympics are making me feel, I finally know what it feels like to be a man who's so obsessed with football that he watches Red Zone all day, because Peacock has like, if you have the Peacock app, they
Yes.
have such good coverage of the Olympics this year, like A plus to NBC. They have like multi-sport view, so you're literally watching every live event at once.
Oh, that's sick. I can't do
Yeah.
that because I was at work. But also I logged
Yeah.
into my NBC Sports app before and it was like, what do you want to watch? And I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't watch. Like, I would put this on at my desk for like background music, but like instead of background music. But then I'm like,
Right.
I feel like somebody's going to think that I'm watching TV at my desk. Like, I can't do that. So I didn't. But like, I was just having so much FOMO because everybody was like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And the memes. And like, I can't. I'm living for the memes. Living
When
for
I
it.
worked
But
in the office back in the day, I used to put on the SNY through my computer browser, the SNY feed for Mets games. But then I just like, I would obviously be working. So I'd be listening to it as if it was the radio, like to Gary,
Right.
Keith, and Ron. But like, and then like if I had like a minute spare and like something big was happening, I could like
Just
switch
go up.
to the tab. But
Right.
I feel like it should be socially acceptable. Like back in the day, a million years ago, 10 years ago, when I interned for Wyndham, like when we were in college still, that was the year that of a World Cup. And I remember that like the whole corporate campus of Wyndham was like so into the World Cup. Like every TV screen in a conference room had a game on. Like they would have like a barbecue in like
Yeah,
the
see, that's so
cafeteria.
fun.
Like they made it a thing. And I'm like, that's how it should be. Cause like, I don't know. I just feel like it
It
gets
only happens
people
once
all
every
together.
other yeah, like we have summer and we have winter. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And unfortunately, I love winter sports because I'm a winter girly, but like the Winter Olympics are not as popular as the summer ones, obviously. Like
Honestly, I love the Winter Olympics.
I love them too.
Unpopular, but I love them.
Right. But this is the one that, especially, I guess, the hype surrounding like Simone and like the big stars are like more summer.
Right.
Right. Especially now that like Shaun White's gone.
Like, I haven't even seen like Katie Ledecky swim yet. And I'm like, what? It's already Monday. And I haven't seen her swim.
She swam once, but I think most of her events aren't up yet.
Okay, good. Well, that makes me, because everything's like a final already. I'm like, how do we get to the finals?
Yeah.
How?
I'm telling you, I don't know if that Peacock app, I don't know if all those features are that you have to pay for them or they're free. Because honestly, I don't know if my family pays for it at this point. I don't remember. So I'm just logged in, but I have no idea what kind of subscription we have. But yeah, I highly recommend it because you can go.
Honestly, Peacock is one of the best streaming services there is.
I will give them that shout out. That you can go by sport. And there's a little red dot if there's anything live at the time when you're scrolling through them. Or you could do the multi-sport and it just has picture-in-picture and you could click to maximize whichever one you want. It's like fantastic.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
It's literally like, and they have Gold Zone, which is like Olympic Zone, which is like Red Zone, but for like finals.
Wow. Listen, Peacock, you're doing something right. Like
A+. They really stepped up their game this year. They really did.
Like, even in the Winter Olympics or last Olympics, the NBC Sports app was very good. But now that Peacock is out, like I feel like we're taking it to the umpteenth level. Anyway, let's backtrack. Should we start at the opening ceremonies because I thought they were sick?
Yes, they were really cool.
I also watched them in a bar. I also watched them in a bar, or like a restaurant. Me and Alec were eating lunch, and that's when like the parade of like the boat or whoever had that idea, genius. It was the coolest thing ever. I also thought it was funny because like in the beginning I'm like, is the US gonna pull in a cruise ship? Like, what are we doing? Well, how are we fitting on a boat? How many boats are we having?
Well, only half the athletes went, so
is the boat gonna capsize while they're on it? Like, what, like nerve-wracking.
They got long boats. You're good.
They did. They varied in size. But
and like I said, only about half the athletes actually go to the opening ceremony.
Boats were so cool. I watched Lady Gaga with no sound. And
she was very French.
I loved the vibes, honestly.
Yes.
She was very much reminding me of like the Duster in Beauty and the Beast, and I loved it.
That is exactly that. Well, again, very French.
Right, exactly. It was perfect.
Oh,
I was like,
they should have done like a Beauty and the Beast thing.
Unfortunately, I didn't. I only saw the clips of Celine that you sent me. I have to go into the web and find them.
Well, that's what had me invested the whole 4 hours, but my brain should have realized they were going to leave her all the way for the end. So
obviously.
But I was enjoying it, so then I just kept it on anyway. But
The opening
Yeah.
ceremonies are always better than the closing ceremonies anyway. Like,
Yeah,
let's be
yeah.
real. The opening ceremonies are sick.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I think it was just such a unique, like amazing concept to have it like actually out in the city, in the middle of the city,
Yeah, it
where
was
like
so
all
cool.
the landmarks are. I mean, logistical nightmare for the people that live there. Let's be real. But
Right.
you would have to think the whole city's like shut down for like 3 weeks, no?
Right. Like, well, yeah, I would think that. Also, like, I don't know, if I was living in a city and the Olympics were there, you would think that like all the businesses would want to be like participating and like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, think about Manhattan like during any like sort of parade, like they're just being, like,
I guess
so
I
I
was
guess it's
thinking that
kind of
the
like the
people
same,
that
but
had apartments on that river probably rented out those apartments for so much money.
oh my God, 100%. Also, the amount of people casually at the Olympics that I
And
follow,
yeah.
yes. I'm like, I'm sorry, when did we all get tickets to the Olympics? And why am I not good enough friends with you for you to invite me?
Well, speaking of my passion, the next Summer Olympics is in LA.
I know.
I might volunteer for it. I feel like that would be like a really cool experience.
That would be.
Or at the very least actually get tickets to go to that, because that's at least like same country.
I have something to say about it, but I don't know. I don't know legally if I'm allowed to say what I'm going to say about it, so I'll say it to you off the record after we
Legally.
record this. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it would be legal, but I'm not trying to be sued by people that I used to work for.
Okay.
Anyway.
Alrighty, then yeah. So the next Olympics being in the US is a very cool idea, because the one thing that is bothering me about this Olympics is that and this is a first world American problem, is that because they're 6 hours ahead, the time for all of these events suck.
I know. I am excited for like the Salt Lake City for like for the Winter Olympics to be back in Salt Lake City eventually. Like, it is annoying when it's not in your, but at least Paris is a little bit better and more manageable than like when it's in China or Japan or whatever. Like, those are rough.
Well, the next summer one's in Australia, isn't it?
Is it?
Maybe.
No, you just said the next summer one's in LA.
Oh, the one after LA is in Australia.
All right, well, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there, but.
And the next winter one, I think, is.
I don't think it's in Salt Lake City until like 30 or 30. Yeah, something like that.
From now. So I think the next winter one is still in like France, or it's in like it's in one of the European countries, I think.
I think it might be, is it Rome? Did I make that up?
The winter one?
Yeah, or Italy?
It might be back in like Turin. Wasn't that where like sometime in the 2000s it was?
I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway.
I don't know. Either way, we're gonna have to deal with time differences a little longer, because like Simone Biles going at 5:30 in the morning the other day like killed me. I'm like, thank God I was out anyway for the weekend, so I just DVR'd it, and then I knew I would be back home to watch it before it was on prime time, because I wasn't able to stay off social media that long and not be spoiled.
Well, that's what sucks about like it playing later.
Right. But their team finals are at noon tomorrow, our time, so I will be able to watch that.
Yeah. I loved. I just really liked the concept of the opening ceremonies, and I like the opening ceremonies in general. But and the memes of the opening ceremonies are even better. Like LeBron on the front of the boat with which no one's given Coco any credit, which is fine because LeBron is huge and Coco was like in her little poncho, and like, no offense, everybody was covering her because there were so many people on that boat.
Right.
But the memes of LeBron with the flag, like, I literally could look at them all day long.
It really was Washington crossing the Delaware River. Like, that was the perfect hilarious meme, because that was exactly how he was holding it, like in the wind.
Right. I wonder if he did that on purpose. Like, do you think he was like, what can we do to make us go viral, Coco? And he was like, hold it like this.
I don't know if he's the type of person to do that purposely. Like, he might have literally just been holding it that way to look like cool, not realizing that it like would resemble a very famous painting.
I love it.
I don't see LeBron being aware of things like that.
But not only LeBron, like Snoop Dogg. When did Snoop Dogg become the representative of the Americans at the Olympics?
Last Olympics.
This is like the other thing that I'm so here for, is Snoop Dogg being involved in everything and them asking for like,
because he's
sitting with people's families
in the dust. because last Olympics, him and Kevin Hart like went viral for commentating on like the horsing events, like when they do like the walks and stuff. And then I guess NBC like invited him to like actually come and be like an actual like color commentary guy like in the Olympics this year. Like, so I'm like, poor Kevin Hart. He's on Peacock with Kenan Thompson doing like funny like bits, but like I don't know, maybe Kevin just couldn't get to Paris or like they didn't ask him. I don't know, but
I don't know, but I love it, and I'm happy for Snoop. I'm so
but yes,
happy.
him just randomly popping up with Olympians' families like kill me.
He literally was sitting next to Caleb. Is he Caleb? The swimmer.
Caleb Russell's
wife and baby.
Like that baby has no idea that he's standing in the presence of Snoop Dogg for his dad's gold medal race. Like that's like an insane joke to tell, like story to tell when you're an adult. That's crazy. And then
like I feel
not
like
even
people
2
in the
hours
90s
later,
would thrive on that. Like
yeah. And not even 2 hours later, then you see him at gymnastics with Jordan Child's family. And I'm like, how did you even get there that fast? I don't even think it's like in the same part of town.
He probably has like some sort of like scooter, like going through, he's using the birds.
Yeah, but there's so many celebrities at this Olympics, and like
so many. Everybody wants to see Simone.
You don't hear people complaining. They're glad to see it. They're not distracting from the sport, are they? Interesting.
Well, Jason's beret is getting a lot of memes also.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You don't see complaints that Snoop Dogg is taking away from the sport.
Right.
The distraction.
Snoop Dogg's distracting Simone Biles.
Yeah.
I can't.
Or Tom Cruise or John
there were
Legend
so many.
Or like Ariana Grande. There's so many people there that I'm just like, what are they doing there?
The commercial with Wicked and Simone was chilling. The commercials are everything about it.
I missed that. I have to see it.
Oh, I saw it last night during prime time.
It was something. Oh, well, I didn't watch prime time, so that's
exactly
why. Okay, so it was like Defying Gravity, right? I assume.
Yes, it was so good. I mean,
you'd be dumb not to capitalize on that play on words, of course, but
yeah, it was amazing.
I'm gonna have to. I'll watch it on YouTube after this.
But yeah, I don't even. Fascinating, but
it really is.
Other than that, what else? I mean, unusual sports. I'm mad that I can't like watch more of them, honestly, because I feel like when else are you gonna watch a rugby game or again badminton or like table tennis or like any of those things? When are you gonna you're not gonna watch that?
Yeah,
and I just think it's fascinating.
Sports that I just can't out of good conscience put on. Like judo was on all day today, and I'm like, I can't just like put on judo. Like I
can't watch
draw
that
the line
either.
At some points, like there was like windsurfing on like Scriff. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I did tune into the surfing a little bit just to see Tahiti.
No, but surfing's cool because like that's a talent.
Yeah.
Like that's hard. And like, but also like then the random like archery and stuff, or like when they do the thing where they like have to like run and then like, and this is in the Winter Olympics too, I think, where they like have the running, what is it? Like the decathlon? Yeah.
The what? Oh, what did you just try to call it? Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyway, that's always so weird to me. Like, why are we running? Why are we shooting? What does this have to do with anything? Like, who put all these things together?
Yeah. Well, the triathlon/decathlon is in danger of logistical nightmares because they have once again deemed the Seine River to be uninhabitable to humans because it's so disgusting. So where are they going to swim? That was where they were supposed to swim for the triathlon. Like, are you on crack?
Why didn't they like think of a backup plan before?
They have to have a backup plan because you saw the drama surrounding this before the games or no?
No, but I did hear that they had to spend a shit ton of money to like clean the river.
Yeah, they for years, like they announced like 2 years ago, like, oh, the swimming part of the triathlon, decathlon, like that's gonna be in the Seine River. And everybody was like, the Seine River has been known as like the dirtiest water for like hundreds of years. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's disgusting. And the mayor of Paris was like, nope, we're going to clean it up. We're going to spend all this money. And I promise you, it's going to be so clean that before the Olympics, I swear to you, I'm going to swim in that river. So I can prove to you that it's fine.
Oh, was that the whole joke that he didn't go in the river? That it was gonna like end with him jumping in the river or whatever?
Who's
Did you
he?
see that? The mayor, I guess.
Well, the mayor's a woman, so no.
Oh, then maybe not. I saw something and it was like, is this gonna end with I guess I don't even know. Maybe I'm
Like
making
maybe
shit
the
up now
president
at
of
this
France
point.
was gonna do it. I don't know.
Maybe that was it.
But the mayor of France Mayor Paris did go in a full swimsuit like 5 days before the opening ceremony and be like, see guys, everything's great. And I don't know if it was the rain or I don't know if it's just Paris being Paris, but yesterday they announced that nope, the water is disgusting and no one should get in it. So I don't know what's happening as a backup plan, but yeah, they definitely hopefully had a backup plan in place. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Imagine if they just put them in the pool and they're like, okay, swim laps.
Yeah, like I know you're usually supposed to swim 3 miles like a distance, but how about you just do a couple back and forths and call it a day? Like
We're using
don't know.
every single pool we have for the decathloners to swim.
Just get out. You're actually gonna run through the suburbs of Paris, like everybody's backyard pools. I don't know if they have backyard pools in Paris, but you know, in and out.
I
So
don't know
yeah,
either. But
a little bit of stupidity there, but the Olympic Village looks sick. I am loving the whole media part of this Olympics too, where every millennial, it's a millennial and Gen Z Olympics now, so they're all over TikTok. They're all sharing like their day in the life there, which is super
oh,
cool.
that's cool.
You get like a behind
The cardboard
the scenes,
beds.
Yes, the cardboard beds, the dining hall. They have a hair salon there they could use. They learn how to make baguettes. They have free coffee anywhere they want to go.
Wow, that sounds like the coolest place ever.
The surfers are all staying on a cruise ship instead of like a village. It's a floating village. Like it's just really cool.
Huh.
So
I don't know, like
I'm
what sport
enjoying
can I
that
get my
aspect.
kid into to be like, you know what? Nobody plays this sport. You'll go to the Olympics.
Fencing, and you'll get a nice scholarship out of it too.
I'm gonna start making her watch The Parent Trap once a week, so she wants to fence.
I just saw yes, oh my god, yes, exactly. I just saw Isaac, whatever his name is, Allison Cooch's husband. You know who I'm talking about on social media? He's a football player. She's an influencer.
I don't think so. Anyway.
He made a video today, like saying his daughter's like 6-7 months old or something like that. And he made a video calling out Alana Marr. Do you know who she is? The rugby player.
I think I saw her on social media.
The U.S. rugby player. She's the one that in the videos like was like stiff arming people, like running them over.
Rugby's scary. My cousin plays rugby. Petrifying.
Yeah.
Me and my other cousin were literally hugging each other on the sideline while watching her play.
Are there no rules to that game?
That's very dangerous. I don't know. Watching it, it doesn't seem like it. They do blow whistles. I don't know what at. Again, went to one game, was traumatized, never went back.
Oh. Well, anyway, she's like a TikTok queen, the Alana. She is like blown up. Like, it's funny. Like, she like pretends like the village is like Love Island. She's like, bombshell entered the villa. And she's like talking about like, you know, going on Tinder like in the village and like all that stuff. But anyway, now the story kind of lost its purpose because you don't know what I'm talking about. But basically, he shouted out to her being like, when you're done with the Olympics, when you're retired, please hit me up. I will pay you an absorbent amount of money to get my daughter to be like coached by you. Like, and in my brain, I'm like, I wouldn't want my daughter to play rugby. Like, that sport's very aggressive.
It's so scary.
But I would want to do that for like a fencing or like even equestrian. You got to be like rich to be like.
Well, so many of these sports you have to be rich
really
to
take
play.
Skill equestrian. You kind of just got to have a lot of money. Really.
No, it takes skill to be an equestrian.
Explain.
You have to know how to like handle the horse. That takes skill. Horses are very big animals. You're just gonna get on a horse and be like, jump. No.
No, I mean, yes, you have to learn the technique, but it doesn't take like athletic skill.
I feel like standing on a horse skill. I don't agree with that. You're literally like this for hours.
So you just have to have a compact groin.
This hurts right now. Like, I'm engaged in all areas of my body. You're like just basically in a squat and like, jump.
Like what? Do it again. I wasn't looking. What? Like what?
Yes, you were looking. I'm looking at you, jackass.
Anyway, that's just my opinion. I just think that of all the sports in this place, a new sport. I'm very excited to see breakdancing.
No, that's a
Very
sport.
excited. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, it's brand new this year. Breakdancing.
Did softball get kicked out again? Like, where's the softball at?
Oh yeah, softball and baseball are gone again.
Why did they do this to us?
Maybe they come back next year. They might come back next year because it's like in the U.S. No,
It's just dumb. Like, what? Because we dominated again. They were like, nope. The women, the Americans won again.
I predict the next sport that's going to be put into the Olympics is like cheer, like competition cheer.
Okay.
I don't know. I just see a lot of.
I think that's better than breakdancing. No offense.
Well, listen, don't pass judgment on breakdancing until you see it.
Listen, I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying I think both are equally like. I think competitive cheerleading is more, if anything, I think that's more of a like athletic skill because they're doing gymnastics and they're dancing. So you get a twofer in that one.
Yeah. It's a lot of coordination. It's a lot of synchronization.
Melissa's going to be so happy that we're sticking up for competitive cheerleading on this podcast.
Well, listen, you could also accredit it to like all the, like, I watched Cheer on Netflix. I just watched the Dallas Cowboys cheerleading documentary. Like, I do have respect for them. Competitive cheerleading, not like the people that stand like on like the high school football sidelines and are like, yeah, like real cheerleading.
That's just like you're there to pump the crowd, but also
there's nothing wrong with pumping the crowd.
If you're only doing Pop Warner and you're not competing.
No, and if you did that, no trash to you. I just mean like that part of it's not the Olympics part I'm talking about.
Apparently, I just did a 1 mile outdoor run in 13 minutes while talking with my hands while at the stable.
So when I get those notifications on my watch saying you completed a workout, it's complete bullshit. Is that what you're telling me?
The one that I just did, yes.
Why would it automatically count that as a workout?
I don't know. I just looked down and it was like end workout. I'm like,
what the hell? I'm not even wearing my watch. Rude. I should have been doing that too.
Anyway.
I do love when I like walk down the hallway in my apartment to like throw out the garbage and I come back and they're like, you filled out 3 minutes of your exercise ring. I'm like, oh, okay. Brisk walk to the garbage room. We're modern day Olympians. What can we say?
Do we have anything else to talk about Olympics wise?
No, I did forget the one thing that should have been my ridiculous thing, and but I didn't look down at the note, so I forgot. Now I don't know if it fits in. So now I don't know if it's worth saying.
We'll save it for next week.
Okay, I'll save it for next week.
All right.
There's no point. It doesn't gel in with the rest of our coverage. Our exclusive coverage of the 2024 Olympics.
NBC, hit us up.
But you have another busy week
up ahead. Oh my God, it's so busy.
Jess's busy summer continues. And the next time...
I'm literally like... Well, we're not going to record on my birthday, so we'll record sometime next week.
Birthday.
Yes. Be 32.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out for next week, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then we'll see what happens. But if anybody has any comments or anything, I feel like we haven't really interacted. We've been real bad with this social media lately, and it goes hand in hand with us like being busy.
We've been so busy.
Yeah, so we haven't really been posting a lot. We haven't been like trying to interact on stories much.
We will really try harder. We promise.
Yeah. Maybe like if you guys want to like suggest, is there an Olympic sport you want to see me and Jess try?
That would be a good question box.
We should put a poll or like one of those like question and answer things on the story about like what Olympic sport you like to see us try, and then maybe like we'll try to put some stupid videos up or something like that of like attempting.
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
Yeah.
But so people are going to be like wrestle each other. Like, no, we're not doing anything that we could seriously get hurt at, people.
No, I'm talking about like, things that would just look funny. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, we'll look like idiots trying.
Oh, geez, no. That back in the FDU days, I used to be in our dorm rooms pretending to be doing a floor exercise for gymnastics. Like, I was practicing for it my whole life. So... to Jess's dismay. So I'm ready to do things like that, but judo?
Not to my dismay, you just looked completely ridiculous. To wrap this up with a pretty little bow. Okay. The ridiculousness has been going on for years.
Maybe you'll see me breakdancing. I don't know. You're just going to have to stay tuned. You're going to have to request that if you want it. Okay. I'm not going to do it unwillingly. We need some interactions on the social media game to get that out of me. And that's all. Anyway.
Thanks for being our friend.
Thanks for being our friend. And Merca, USA, USA. Bye, everyone.
Can you hear my pounding?
No. Do it one more time.
Oh.
Do it against the mic.
Oh.
I don't hear it. All right.
Oh,
Never mind.
right.
I failed. Bye, everyone.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.